Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft episode. And following on very hot on the heels of last episode, in fact, I have not even had a break in between filming. We are going to go straight on with doing the rest of this this train and getting our oil well happening. So we've got this basic pump from last time. I think we're still going to use... Yeah, the low voltage battery buffer did really well with that sort of stuff. So we'll power it with batteries. We'll need to take batteries out there and then bring them back for charging, but I think I've got an idea for that in the end as well. That's only got one slot, so we'll take that one. We're gonna need some fluid pipes. We're gonna need a bunch of other things. Got our crowbar from Railcraft to hook these carts together. And let's, well, first of all, I think we should see if the carts actually behave how we expect them to behave. So if we run back up to our track, we'll put, we've got multiple carts, so we'll put that one down there. We'll throw the tank, I don't know, behind it, seems reasonable. Now if we shift right click that, link started, and then shift right click that, link created. They're together, jump in. Hooray, we can go. But I'm noticing already it is slowing down really fast, which means I'm guessing these are not going to be good enough. Ping through that and then... Wow, not even close. Not even close. Where do we get to? So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 just. So you'd probably want to put another one of these booster tracks. That's probably why it got me to make so many booster tracks, so that I can put them that often. Although then we've got to have levers all the way down, or we'll probably just run redstone beside the track, to be honest, all the way down there, or some redstone cable or something. But that's a lot of redstone as well. There's a good, what is it, 256 blocks from here to the end of the tunnel. So I think the way we're going to be able to, or going to have to do this is, if we look in Railcraft, because I'm going to need to go and make a few things. So, oh, Railcraft. So I think on the last page, yeah, there we go, steam locomotive. And we need a chest cart, a mine cart, a high pressure coal boiler. Now we've got one of these, but I'm not even using it at the moment. A high pressure boiler tank. 6 of those. Yeah, we could probably make one of these pretty easily, and then I'm hoping it'll just run on charcoal, which we do have plenty of. In fact, there's 48 there, and I've been dumping some out over to here as well. Yeah, another 62 stacks over there, so we've got plenty of that. So we've got another 2 of these mine carts. We can make some of that. Look, what I'll do, I'll go away and make that, because there's another couple of things I need to make as well. So in this slot here, not the advanced, there we go, the fluid loader and unloader. So the fluid loader needs, yeah, a bunch of electric motors, some iron tank walls. The unloader is, well, that is the unloader. Oh, the loader and unloader just has the steel fluid pipe and the tank wall on opposite sides. The detector is, yeah, more red alloy, more iron, some bricks, nothing too strenuous. And the other thing we're going to need is, where is it? Where is it? In amongst these somewhere. Oh, there it is, locking tracks. So we're going to need to make a couple of locking tracks as well, and these will hold the carts while we load and unload. So I'm going to make a couple of locking tracks. These are, yeah, wooden roll beds we've done, red alloy, advanced roll we've done, steel screws. We've made these detectors before. Another couple of mine carts. Okay, so I'm going to need to make some mine carts and bits and pieces, but that's okay. We should be able to get that done. So I'll go make some tracks, some loaders and unloaders, and we'll make that locomotive and come back and see if that actually works on the track. I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, we have a bunch of parts. Let's run up and see what we can do about getting this stuff together. So over here, we wanted the unloader. Now the unloader needs to go under the track. So let's grab that track, grab that out, put the unloader, I don't know, do we go that way? Maybe? I don't know, let's give it a go. Locking track goes on top there. If we right click that, awesome, we have a filter. So we can say we want to filter the tank cart. Holds carts until completely empty. Sure, seems legit. Now that'll stop on the tank cart, which means we should be able to have our locomotive, our mine cart, and our tank cart in a row, and it will only stop with the tank cart. We may also need a pump on the small wooden fluid pipe. Now I haven't actually made one of those, so now let's throw our throw our train down, throw our that down. Now shift and shift, those are together. Let's put the tank cart on the back. Shift and shift. Oh, shift and there we go. Link created. Can I hop in there and push? There we go. Awesome. Now let's grab some charcoal. And I'm really hoping charcoal will... Oh, look, I got heaps of it. Heaps of it. Heaps of it. Heaps of it. All right. Let's grab that out. We'll hop in. Can we right click that? Oh, look at that. Put one of those in. Running. How do we get this going? Oh, do we need water in it as well? So we're gonna need to get water into this. So it needs either steam or water. Now this is gonna be an interesting proposition to do. Let's grab... We might need another cart. Actually, you could probably have a loader for water that just loads water in. Let's grab our dolly. So we might have to have a second stop somewhere with a water tank, maybe halfway along that stops it on each direction, and then put another thing with a... Instead of a fluid unloader, have a fluid loader, set it to fill or only stop locomotives. Yeah, that can be done. I'm sure that can be done. All right, well, let's just grab the slow and boring way for now. Now, I hope this doesn't blow up if you run out of water, because that would be pretty terrible. How many have we got? One more. And we might as well grab one of those as well. Let's grab that. So slow. Let's put it there. Let's go for... How many more? 3 more. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now let's grab a bucket of water to take with us on the trip. Let's now try this again and see if it goes. Running? Yes. So we can heat up. It's gonna take a while. That's already cooling down. Wow, okay, I'm going to need to leave all those in there just to make sure we get some of this going. So let's go for that one instead. Forwards, not quite full. 100 degrees. Oh yeah, we're losing a little bit of water. It's not too bad actually. It is not too bad. Now hopefully when it reaches halfway... Oh, look at that. Let's go a bit faster, shall we? Booster track does nothing but... Wow, okay, so... The computer's having a hard time loading it up when we travel too fast. Can we go faster? Yeah, so the computer has a little bit of issue when we go too fast. So let's just go for there. This is pretty cool though, I have to admit. Actually, even with it stuttering around the place, we want to get there quicker. Oh, here we are. We're coming to the end already. So this is pretty cool. We can go to here. We can go here. And then basically we get to the end, we want to go idle. Take that out. We haven't used much water at all, so that's pretty good. We could shut it down, but let's leave it idling for now. Let's hop off. We want to make sure we have probably some of that around here. And now what we want to do is we want to have our locking track there, and this needs to be placed over the track. If I just click like that. Sure. Now we can also do forceful. We need to put a so we need to break that so that we can put that as our filter. So the fluid loader, what we'd do is we'd have the engine in there with our other loader. So I'm going to have to go away, make another loader, make sure that we keep water in this thing. Probably also need a cargo loader as well to load charcoal into it to keep it running. But at this stage, like I said, we probably won't do that just yet because we need to be in it because of the whole chunk loading issue. So for now, oh, I forgot to bring some batteries with the low voltage battery buffer. That's annoying. So if we throw that back down, shift right click, shift, link started, link created, cool. That's there. Now we're going to need to do our usual, or my usual trick, which is to make sure we have that around there. We can then put our basic pump, pumping area 21, put a basic pump there, and we can break that again, and that should be good. And now we need our low voltage battery buffer, which will be there, hopefully outputting on the right side. I think it is. We're just going to need to have, now if we, can we have an output on the side? No, it looks like the basic pump is going to be, so the basic pump is outputs on top. Yep, so we're going to have to automatically output the top. That is going to be like that, and it is growing dark. All right, so I'll run away here. You guys probably can't even see anything anymore. It is so dark here. I'll run away and get a few other things made, like another loader, and we'll get another water tank made, and then I'll come back with some batteries, and hopefully we'll get some oil pumping. So I'll see you back here in just a sec. Alrighty, I decided that I am going to wait on the water tank for a bit. We'll leave that for another episode, or I'll do it in between episodes, just because, yeah, at the moment we're going to be manually running this anyway, because we, don't have the chunk loader or anything. So for now, let's just get this going this way. So I've got a few extra bits now. We should be able to throw that there, and we have a, darn it, it's only going to go, if I put it on that side. Yeah, look at that. But, oh man, I can't. I need my screwdriver. I can't set it to import unless I can click the face of it. I think we'll see. Screwdriver, well, we don't need that. We'll put that pump. Actually, we'll hold the pump just in case. And we'll take everything else with us. We actually don't need those tin ingots. Oh. probably keep that going. And yep, we've got plenty of charcoal. So if we grab this and go on that side, import, cool, good enough for me. So if we throw that there, now this should join up to there, which is the oil pipe into there. So from here we can, oh man, we just can't quite click. It's annoying. We're gonna have to do that. Okay, so the filter is that. We're gonna wait till it's empty. I'm gonna leave it open like that just so that we can see what's going on. Let's hop back in here and get ourselves idle. Start running that. We are nearly used up the order, so we're on idle. We're gonna need to, let's just push it around. No, may. Oh yeah, it's gonna let us through because that's already empty. Set to run. Then we have to go for a run through to the other side again. Let's just manually push off. There we go, and we're running. Let's go full speed. I must admit, this is pretty cool, even though it is kind of jerky. I'm not sure how the video that I'm recording is going to play it. But on my screen, it's stopping and starting as it's trying to load all the chunks. Let's just zoom in on the map. Awesome, so we are coming around to here. Now I've got batteries this time as well. Let's slow down a little bit. Now this will be a good test. If when we go past, this train is set to go, but it'll stop the tank on there. No, it doesn't. So we're going to have to figure out something for that as well. Oh, I changed the mode of it. Let's go back around. We'll change that to hold empty carts. Hold carts until completely full. All right, and let's go for running. Oh. Idle. Oh, and we get a little whistle as well. Let's go this way. Now, why is this now going the wrong way? Okay, we're gonna have to figure this one out. Let's take that out of there. So if we go through here, there we go, we're stuck. So that's running, cool. So running is not going to go anywhere until it's ready. So let's just throw that back to idle. We'll jump out and let's see if we can get this thing going. So we should be able to throw that in there. That's now working and going down quite rapidly. Now this is going to be interesting. I don't know how fast this thing is supposed to move. But we are definitely using power. Ah, no, we are not using power. So it's gone down to there, filled the buffer, and then that's it. Machine processing enabled. And nothing is happening. So how do we get the basic pump to work? There's no power going out. And there's nothing else we can do with the pump. So let's have a look. Basic pump. So the best way to empty oceans, outputs on top, pumping area 21 by 21. Seems to be fine. And the thing is, this came from a quest back in tier 2. Yeah, down here. This one. Hello Baron, how is your black gold today? During your travels you've seen these huge oil wells. Make a pump, put this black gold into tanks. Oil can be burned in a diesel generator or refined. So if you put a diesel generator on to power the pump, it'll be alright. The pumping machine can auto output on top. That's fine. So it says, yep, power with a generator, but we're powering with batteries. That should be just fine for LV. This is just not... it needs mining pipes though. It's interesting that we need mining pipe and there's no socket unless you put mining pipe in the in socket. Interesting. All right, I'll cut here. I'll run quickly back to the base and grab some mining pipe. I do have some sitting there from when we were doing the other mining thing, but I'll be back in just a sec with some pipe. Okay, thanks to the magic of television, we are back and we have some mining pipes. Let's throw those in there. Hey, look at that. You need mining pipes to do this. Wow, and it is going relatively quickly too. So, and we're having some oil put in there. So let's jump back in there. Oh, have we set this? Yep, force full. We've got some oil there. Let's do this to running. Let's just go slow. I also found that if you right click the engine with the crowbar, it changes the direction. So that's what the problem has been. Now if we look, can I right click the tank cart? Yep. So we're going to hold 32 buckets of oil. That's pretty awesome. Now, one of the other reasons for having the steam locomotive is when we eventually get up to that one up there, we're going to have to go up a little bit of a hill, I think. So we'll drain this one dry first, and then we'll extend the tracks probably up the hill a little bit, but it's probably going to be easier to pump down the hill with lots of pipe rather than drive the train up there. So I might just sort of cut a tunnel into there and have the pipe dropping through, and that way we won't have to climb too much of a hill with this. Actually, there's enough temperature in there. Come on, oil. All right, so while that's filling, let's just go back up here and make sure. Oh, we're not even using that much power. Fantastic. So once the buffer's full, that's awesome. Let's hop in here. Look at this. All right, I'll be back. I'll cut this just so that we can skip the rest of this. I'll be back when this is nearly full. All right, very nearly full now. Now I've also realized that I've put this really crappy wooden pipe in here. It only does 200 liters a second. We could probably speed this up by using better pipes. Wow, look, we're full and we're underway already. And as the sun's going down, let's just speed this up. Get into the tunnel where it's nice and lit up. So that'll keep pumping a little bit while I'm in range, but I'm sure the chunk will unload. Let's go for speedy. Look at that. That's so cool. I have wanted to play with this for such a long time. So now we've got our first bit of rail going. We'll be able to extend that. I have to start looking at how the signals work and even some of the junction boxes so we can get multiple trains happening. There is also, between my place and Kat's place across the river, we wanted to get another train going as well. But we thought because we're so close, we don't need the chunk loading thing. We could just use like the electrical train. Let's have a turn at that instead. All right, so let's see how this goes. If this works first time. Oh, look at that. It's emptying. All right, well, let's switch this to idle. Seeing as we know that that works. Now, is that actually emptying into here? Now, we have got a bunch of that coming in. Yep, so the oil's coming into there pretty quickly, and you can see it is dipping every so often. So it is emptying out through this pipe. In fact, we can see, yeah, it's full. So I'm going to need much bigger pipes for this. I'll probably still use the wooden ones because they're nice and cheap. Maybe just use the big chunky ones. Yeah, 1200 a second. That should be pretty good. But this is working, I have to say, pretty fantastically. There we go, that's empty, which means now if we're in here and we set this to go, we're going to be going. Awesome. So let's shut that down again, hop out. That's awesome. You could probably put 2 tank carts on it as well and do double the load. All right, I tell you what, I will cut this one more time. We'll grab some better piping. I'll re-plumb this stuff up so that it's nice and fast. at that, we're actually getting some oil stored in there as well. So we'll replumb this up so it's nice and fast, and maybe even make a second tank cart and then do another run and see how we go, and come back and see how fast it runs. So I'll be back one last time in just a bit. Woo, so here we are back out at the mine. I just thought I'd look down the hole. It's gone down quite a way since we've been away. This here is, yeah, filled with liquid. We've got tons of mining pipes still in there. We're gonna need to put the bigger pipe on to the end there. And that's gonna have to go out one more. I do have enough, so that's cool. Now in here we have, yes, there's already 18 in there. So let's just hop in here first. We'll set this to running on a slightly faster schedule. There we go. We are now being held there by that. We should be able to tuck that into there. We may just need to link that. Now quickly hop in the cart. Yeah, wow, okay, so that is now filling this tank faster than, let's just set that to idle. It's now filling this tank faster than it can fill that tank, and the reason I need to set to idle is because I do need to run back up here and make sure that the battery is back in place, because I took that out just before, and now we can set this to run. The cart is filling much faster. I don't need to cut it this time. This is just going to be, we're on our way. And that there is, that holds 32 as well. So that'll hopefully fill up between now and next time we come back through this way. So let's just go fast. We'll do one more run through the tunnel. Now if this tunnel is much longer, if this one's much longer, I might have to cut this bit, but it's all right. Now I could probably reclaim all of these switches and booster tracks, although to be honest it might be useful to be able to have them there, just to be able to hop in a minecart by myself to get there and not have to, like, if once we get, yeah, actually we might leave it there, because once we get a chunk loader we'll let this go by itself, and we may need to catch up to it in a minecart by ourselves. Now let's have a look. We've got bigger pipe here, this will go through, it'll stop us. This is now draining much faster. Much faster, actually. Can we see the fluid unloader? We can just click on it. Yeah, wow, so it is unloading faster than the fluid unloader can handle. So if I had to guess, I would say based on the rate that the other one was filling up, these loaders and unloaders probably work at about a bucket per second, which is a pretty reasonable rate. So 1200 for these pipes is pretty good. So let's make sure we're on. Let's see if we can take the corners at fast speed. And we are empty and off. Yep, we can go around those corners as fast. Apparently I'm hungry. So while we're, have some lunch while we're on the train. There we go. This is awesome. All right, so let's get to the other end again. I want to see if we've filled that thing with 32 already. Do we have, you've got plenty of water. We're running out of puff. Let's put some more charcoal in. Oh, we're getting to be nighttime again. We've got it here. Let's throw a torch down there and a torch down there. Now this here, unloading, what's that got in it? Yes, there's no, oh yeah, there is some oil coming through the fluid pipe. Yeah, slowly. So maybe we're limited by the pump up the top now instead. But this is, yeah, look, we're over half full already. So this is going to be a pretty fast way to get there and back. Like I said, we could probably add a second tank cart. And what will happen is the first one will come through here, get full, move on. But then because the next tank cart will be empty, it'll also stop under here and fill up before coming back. It's also, I wonder how full, like how much oil we've actually got to drain out of the well. It all depends what's down the bottom, I guess. Oh, and we're full already. Oh, very dark, very dark, very dark. Let's throw a torch down. Cool. Well, I think that is going to be a really good place to leave this episode. I'm really happy with that. We've got our oil coming back. As I said, we just need a chunk loader cart. Those are pretty brutal. Well, not too brutal to make, really. There is a chunk loader upgrade. Actually, I think it's just called a loader cart. I know there's one in here somewhere. Anchor. This packet's called an anchor. So we've got this thing called a anchor cart, which basically has a wheeled anchor in a minecart. The wheeled anchor is diamond plates, dense obsidian plates, double gold plates, and an ender pearl. Dense obsidian plate, we're going to need just the higher bending machine, which we're going to make shortly. The problem with these anchors, though, is they use ender pearls to actually run. So one ender pearl will give you, I don't know how many hours it was. It might even be 12 hours, but being GregTech, it might be less. So I don't have a constant source of ender pearls yet, which is why I didn't really want to waste any on these chunk loaders just for a loader cart. But this is now going to empty, and we'll be on our way again to get another tank. You know what? I'm going to set this to idle, take that out. We might set this to shut down, actually, because I might make another tank cart for this. But yeah, as I said, for now, that is a success in my book, and we'll leave this here. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.